Local productions seen on Delta College Public Media are made possible with support from viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to Dateline Delta. I'm Mike Rowley, a member of Delta College Board of Trustees. On today's show, we will sit in on an award-winning author's presentation who recently visited Delta and watched the latest episode of Perspectives. We'll hear how a student is finding their way, the Delta way, and learn about dual enrollment and financial aid opportunities. To conclude today's program, we'll visit our automotive program and learn about Girls' Day Out.
What's the description for Hornblende?
I'll come around and make sure you're all set up. Okay.
All right, so we're going to do a side-to-side anastomosis.
Associate in Arts.
Delta College recently welcomed Dr. Rebekah Taussig to campus as part of the President's Speakers Series. This self-proclaimed scrappy misfit invited us into her experience of living in a body that looks and moves differently than most, and discussed barriers that bar others from inclusion. Let's listen in.
There are a lot of layers to living in a body that is so often at odds with the built world. But one of the hardest parts of that whole setup for me has always been the worry, the fear of being a burden on the people around me, right? It's a feeling that can make me feel like, maybe it'd be better if I just didn't go. Maybe it'd be better if I just stayed home this time. So later that night, my friends carry me back down the 3 flights of stairs, and Shane is driving me home in the rain, and he's just sort of humming to himself in Shane fashion, and I'm sitting there with my cheek against the window, just like spiraling a little bit. These are my new friends, and I'm thinking, like, is Shane gonna think twice before he asks me to hang out again? And finally, I just blurt out, I'm so sorry you had to carry me up and down those stairs. And I knew what Shane was gonna say, because it's the same thing that most people say in that situation, which is like, no big deal, like easy peasy, we wanted you there, which is all kindly meant. But I'm there for the whole scene, right? Like, I see the perspiration and the strained muscles, and none of it looks easy peasy. But Shane said something different. Shane said, well, I'm sorry, that apartment complex doesn't have an easy way for you to get inside. And it was a tiny reframe, right? But it actually stunned me in that moment, because Shane was saying, like, okay, there was a problem there, right? Something happened, but you weren't the problem in that situation. Like, that design wasn't great. That place was really inaccessible, and that is a problem. And I had never thought about it that way before.
Now, it's time for the next installment of Perspectives, where Delta's president, Dr. Michael Gavin, shares a community college perspective on national topics in higher education.
A major point of pride for Delta College is our accreditation. There are 2 kinds of accreditation. One is an institutional accreditation, which ensures that the entire institution has a point of quality that is determined by a number of different subsets of categories by external evaluators. At our last evaluation for accreditation, we had superlatives in all categories, meaning that we as an institution offer quality programming, are fair to students, and also are offering credit for learning at a fair price. That is not true of all institutions, and I would encourage anybody to think through the kind of education that they want to get based on the accreditation that institution has. There are some institutions out there that potentially will make promises on the kind of education that one can get, but they're not necessarily accredited, and subsequently, students will pay a lot of money without a credential that's worth much at the end. That's not the case at Delta because of the institutional accreditation, but we also benefit from having particular workforce programs that are accredited by external bodies. And those programs ensure not only that the students have learned what they have to learn, but they have a stamp of approval so that an employer might say to a potential interviewee or interviewer that this student has gone to an excellent program. For instance, our nursing programs and all of our health programs are accredited by external accreditors, where we have peer reviewers coming from the external from Delta, and they validate that we're teaching in the correct way and that all the safety and concerns that a person might have with regard to health are being met before one graduates. And the same thing is true of early childhood education and engineering, where both of those programs are validated by external peer reviewers, experts in the field, who ensure that what students are learning in the classroom, as well as how we run the programs themselves, will allow students not only to learn, but also keep people safe in those jobs where it is actually a huge concern, where you don't want an engineer building a bridge that's going to fall apart, and that's not going to happen if you come to Delta. So we're very excited about the notion of excellence and quality at Delta College, and we've been validated, especially in the last 10 years, with superlatives from external reviewers, and we're very proud of that.
The next student feature is on Isaiah Caban, a dual-enrolled student who will be graduating high school this spring with 2 associate's degrees from Delta. Let's hear how Isaiah discovered his passion for public policy.
To discover what you want to do, you have to do what you want to do unapologetically. I started in my sophomore year taking 1 class in the first semester, 2 classes in the second semester. I took 3 that summer, and I just kept building on and building on. And while I did that, I discovered new passions. English is one thing that has been influential in my Delta journey. I've taken many English classes, and it was really through recent African American history, taking campaigns and elections during the election cycle, when I realized that my path could lead me to something different, something unexpected. In my sophomore year, when I started taking classes, I had no direction, I had no path. I didn't even know if attending a 4-year institution was something that I could do. And so as I started taking classes and realizing that I could excel, and as I rapidly grew, I started taking on initiatives outside of just school itself and sports. So I attended Boys Nation, the American Legion program, and there are 2 students picked from each state, and they're sent to Washington, D.C., and we run a mock government. I am on the national policy team. I will do lobbying efforts with Congress during the school day, actually, and what Delta brings to the table is I am not in a physical classroom during the school day, so I've been able to take on Zoom meetings. So the drive comes from knowing that if I reach for the stars, I can eventually end up on the moon.
Delta College's dual enrollment program allows area high school students to take classes at Delta and use those credits to fulfill both high school diploma and college program requirements. To learn more about this increasingly popular opportunity, we spoke with Kayla Ron, dual enrollment and early middle college outreach and enrollment coordinator.
Dual enrollment is the opportunity to earn college credit while still in high school. So all of our students are current high school students taking college classes. Benefits of dual enrolling in high school is to get to test out a college class, potentially earn some college credit, and these credits transfer. Dual enrollment students pay the same rate as our in-district students. But most students that are in these programs are sponsored by their high schools. So they're paying little to nothing out of pocket. So throughout the years, we've seen a pretty steady increase in dual enrollment. Right now we have 20% of our student body are high school students taking classes. And that's been growing over the years. And we also have 61 high school partners. And that's just a ton of different students having opportunities to take Delta classes. Students interested in getting started with dual enrollment should always start with their high school. They need some approvals to be able to take the classes. So a conversation with your high school counselor, and then they can start that application if they're approved. Typically, dual enrolled students during their junior year take 1 to 2 classes a semester, right? Depending on your high school schedule, if you're involved in sports, if you've got a job, we know that college takes time, so students tend to have a little bit lighter load. Students can take up to 10 classes as part of dual enrollment. And each school has some unique requirements on the type of classes that are covered. So we have a lot of students taking general education classes that aren't part of their high school curriculum, but we've also got some students that are just exploring business opportunities or some different things as potential majors.
The early college program has opened up many doors for me. It has given me the opportunity to get college credits done in high school and go ahead and get my associates following high school. And I will also have a certification in phlebotomy tech, certified nursing assistant, health certifications, and then also along with that, my associates in sonography. And by having the early college program, all this will be paid for, and I'll be able to come out of high school with college credits and a whole associate's degree paid for.
On rare occasions, there are some students that are able to graduate with a Delta degree before their high school diploma, just based on the way timing works. But we also have a lot of students that do our middle college program and do that +1 year, and they are graduating high school and college at the same time. If you've got questions about dual enrollment, talk to your high school counselor and then visit the information on your screen.
Paying for a college education can often feel like a major hurdle, standing between you and your degree or certificate. But it doesn't have to be. There's financial support available to help, and it all starts with the free application for federal student aid, better known as FAFSA. To help navigate this important step, we spoke with Alvina Sika, Assistant Director for Financial Aid.
Financial aid are resources available to assist students in funding their college education so they don't have to pay out of pocket. To get started applying for financial aid, students would have to go to the federal government's website at fafsa.gov and they'll fill out an application. There's 2 applications currently available, one for the 24-25 school year. For the 25-26 school year, there's another FAFSA that will be available, so students can also complete that at this time. So once a student completes the FAFSA and the college receives the financial aid results from the FAFSA completion, the different types of aid that students can apply for and receive is the federal Pell Grant. There's work study, which is student employment. There's federal direct student loans, which is borrowed money. And the newest ones are the state of Michigan programs for recent high school graduates from 23 and beyond. They'll qualify for the community college guarantee, which will assist with tuition and fee charges as an in-district student rate. There's also the Reconnect Scholarship Program for students that are 25 and older. Financial aid can be complicated and intimidating, but for families and students that need assistance, Delta College provides workshops. We have several workshops each month going on through August. For students that want to get started for the spring semester, the FAFSA does have a deadline of June 30th, 2025, where the FAFSA has to be completed for this school year. But for the upcoming 2026 school year, FAFSA completion's going on now, and the deadline is not until June 30th of 2026 for students that want financial aid for next school year. If you're thinking about coming to college and you need some money to help you pay for your college education, financial aid's a great tool, can provide financial resources to students, and all you have to do is just get started, get admitted to the college, fill out the financial aid form, and get started today.
Students in the Automotive Service Technology program at Delta get hands-on experience using state-of-the-art equipment. In addition to training on gas engines, Delta students learn about electric vehicles. To hear more about this program, we spoke with Jay Menard, Associate Professor in the Automotive Service Technology program.
Our ASET program has been around since 1979. We were the first ASEP program in the United States. Our comprehensive program, I believe, has been around a little longer than that. However, the General Motors ASEP program allows direct placement into General Motors dealerships and direct manufacturer's education as well as college education. So they get their fundamentals. The comprehensive program is more geared towards all makes and models. So they will get a little taste of everything. Although our majority of our vehicles in our fleet are General Motors because of their generous donations to us, and we have vehicles that are as new as 2024. So we have a lot of mid, like maybe 10 years old at our oldest, and up to brand new models. We have Associate of Applied Science in both our ASEP and our AUTO program, the comprehensive program. Our certificate programs range from an advanced certificate in automotive service technology to undercar specialists, maintenance and light repair specialists. Now, we have transfer agreements with high schools all over the state of Michigan right now, where essentially people that are coming from a high school career center can articulate 2 full semesters of core automotive classes for free to our program, and then carry right on with the rest of the program. Now, that being said, people can come in here, we can help them get jobs, they work in the field, they'll intern in the field. At that point, if they want to stay in the field and not further their education, they can. If they choose to get a bachelor's in the future, their gen ed courses that they took here will transfer to other institutions. And also, their automotive classes can also be used for electives. So there are other opportunities, and I have had several students that have moved on from here to Northwood to get their bachelor's in aftermarket and in business. Our facilities are state-of-the-art. We have brand new state-of-the-art laser alignment systems. We have just gotten installed brand new Hunter alignment in-ground hoists, brand new alignment systems back here. We have new Snap-on John Bean equipment on the other side, which is what most of the dealers are using right now. But the students are working on brand new turbocharged direct injected vehicles with the newest scan tools, with the latest software. They have tools provided to them here to work on vehicles. They don't need to bring their own tools. We have industry standard special tools that are fully available to do the jobs correctly. We have a variety of engines from Chrysler, I have some Hondas, I have some Toyotas, a lot of GM engines obviously, Fords, I've got Power Stroke diesels, Duramaxes, you name it, we got it right down the line. And when students come here, we give them a basic engine to take apart first, and then from there, what are you interested in? And we'll let them take apart things that are really in their wheelhouse that they want to learn about. And that really gives a really well-rounded learning experience for them. We have 2 full-time automotive faculty at this point. Between the 2 of us, we have roughly 50 years experience in the fields. Our adjunct or part-time instructors are all in the field currently and working within dealerships and shops in our Tri-County area. So there is a wealth of real-world knowledge that we have to share here. So a student will get everything necessary. There are no questions that can't be answered. Our courses are very hands-on. Our courses are, I would have to say at this point, 90% hands-on would be a fair assessment of classroom versus hands-on. Intro-level classes will have more lecture time because we're doing basic education on basic principles. However, when you get through those classes, it's all hands-on from there. Every day you're out in the lab. Every day you're putting tools on vehicles. Every day you're learning something new. You're learning how to read service information. You're learning how to read schematics. You're learning how to diagnose vehicles. We're learning how to fix why something broke, not just fix that it's broke. Right now, we have extensive electrical education within our current curriculum. everything is immersed in electrical, and we do our best to make sure students are very comfortable with the material while going through the program. We offer plenty of extra time. Outside hours, we help students come in and tutor them. We do whatever it takes to make sure that the students feel confident and comfortable with what they're working with. That being said, we just got our approval passed for our brand new hybrid and electric vehicle degree program, advanced certificate program. What that's going to do is offer students another path off of the advanced certificate or off of their associate's degree to add core electrical and hybrid curriculum to their path. Right now, our fleet consists of a couple of Chevy Volts, 2 Malibu hybrids, and a Toyota Prius. I am currently working on getting a couple more full battery electric vehicles to round our fleet out. But our hope is to be able to provide not just to our current young students that are coming up through the ranks and going into college and first-time learners, but we're hoping to be able to provide our area hiring partners in the Tri-County area to be able to educate their seasoned technicians on this technology so they can broaden their service offerings. Job placement is everywhere. Our students can literally walk out of here and get a job wherever they want. There's all ranges in ways for them to be hired, so there's no worry about our students not being able to get hired in our area or outside of our area. For more information, please visit the information that's on your screen.
The Girls' Day Out is a day-long event that provides middle school girls with a day of hands-on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM activities. The goal is to pique their interest in exploring traditionally male-dominated career fields. To tell us more about the day's activities, we spoke with Diane Lobsinger-Braden, a skilled trades professor.
Well, Girls' Day Out is a nationally recognized event where we bring girls from the middle school community in to explore a day of STEM activities, and STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. So we want to introduce these girls to these activities with the hope that they're really interested in the activities and that they will eventually go on to pursue careers in STEM fields. So the day's activities occurred at the main campus and at our Saginaw campus location. And we had 60 presenters throughout the day. And these presenters were Delta faculty and staff. They were faculty and staff from other universities and colleges throughout the area. We also had presenters from Dow, Hemlock Semiconductor, and Michigan Sugar. And we had a lot of volunteers that also helped us throughout the day. Attending the presentations today were almost 800 girls from various schools throughout our communities. We had 14 schools attend this year, and the schools were able to come and explore different areas of STEM and learn some different fun activities and a lot of different hands-on activities for the girls throughout the day. So we started the day off at the gym where we had a speaker, Dr. June Tyson, give a presentation to the girls. So after we had our opening ceremonies, the girls all went to their different activities, and we had a wealth of different activities throughout the day where the girls could attend and learn about different STEM activities. Well, the reason for this event is to really keep girls interested in STEM. We find that girls might be interested in STEM in their middle school years, but then as they get into high school, we lose these girls. They lose interest and we lose them. So we wanted to give them a message that they don't need to lose their dreams, that we want to expose them to all these different fun activities and really pique their interest so that they can remain interested throughout their lifetimes and have some really great careers. The day was sponsored by money we received from a grant, and that allowed us to purchase all the supplies that we needed and lunches for the girls and to offset some of their busing costs. So today's events were a huge success. we were able to welcome so many girls throughout the community and offer them exciting hands-on activities where they could open up their minds and learn more about STEM activities. So please join us for next year. The date's been set, so November 7th will be our next Girls' Day Out event at Delta. We hope to see you there.
Thank you, Diane, and all those involved in coordinating this outstanding event. Now let's see what's on the Dateline Delta calendar of events.
The Delta College Planetarium will be hosting a series of shows during the month of April. For more information about these shows and events happening at the planetarium, visit their website at delta.edu/planetarium. The Great Lakes Bay Health Center will be bringing their mobile medical unit to Delta's main campus on Monday, April 7th from 9 a.m. till noon. Most insurances are accepted. A sliding fee scale is available for the uninsured. The unit will be parked in the F-Wing parking lot. Delta College's main campus will be hosting Transfer Mondays, which occurs the second Monday of every month. Students can meet with transfer institutions to get their questions answered. The event will occur on Monday, April 14th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. in N005. For further information on these events or other campus activities, contact the Office of Marketing and Public Information at 989-686-9490 or visit our website at www.delta.edu.
Well, that wraps up our show. Please join us again on April 20th when we highlight what's happening here at Delta College, one of America's leading community colleges. Now, I leave you with the sights and sounds of Delta College. For Dateline Delta, I'm Mike Rowley. Thanks for watching.
Local productions seen on Delta College Public Media are made possible with support from viewers like you. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to click that bell icon to stay notified when we upload new content. Videos like this are only possible because of viewers like you. To help support this channel, click on the link in the description below. We'll see you next time.